Well, we had to add some American flavour to this encounter, Brad. A warm welcome this evening. Give us an idea of what things are like down there courtside.
Thanks, you guys. Well, for me, I'll tell you, I was struck all through the introductions and the warm-up at what a feast for the senses it is down here on this court. You just have so many things going on with the electronics and everything. It was very loud during the warm-up. You could feel the buzz, people excited for this match.
Impressive. And Brad, I think we often take for granted when you're playing on these big courts, there is so much that you have to get used to when you're playing on a court of this stature. Suddenly there's all these cameras, you've got the photographers around, there's people on the court sitting along the side. It's very different to playing out on court number 12 or 13.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Robbie. Just the dimensions of the court. There's so much space in the back that sometimes you can kind of feel like you're lost a little bit. You lose perspective of where you are and how deep you are on the court. But you can absolutely run forever out here. It's so big.
There's that second serve of Svitolina, only 135 kilometres an hour, and you could already see it was middle of the box, even if it went in.
Early break point opportunity here for the American. Oh, that's a nice way to follow up a double fault.
That second serve on the double fault was clearly a miss hit. Also, the timing was just a little bit off. She just hit it right at the top of the racket.
Advantage Svitolina.
Svitolina, one of the best movers in the women's game.
Oh, that is very crisp.
That's impressive from the youngster, not afraid to move forward. Solid technique on the forehand volley.
Advantage Svitolina.
Right there you see one of Gauff's traits, ability just to spread the court. So comfortably changing direction.
Advantage Svitolina.
That's the side we need to keep track of in regards to unforced errors. The forehand side from Coco Gauff has a very extreme grip on the forehand.
Touch. Game Svitolina. 15 love.
Oh, too good.
$15 all.
A little bit of tennis trivia for you folks out there. Sinner has won the most major titles as a teenager. Nicole and I want to know how many did she win as a teenager. Do you think you know the answer to that,
15.
Freddie?
No, I don't. But I'm sure someone will let us know. We'll see how long she holds that title for.
As much has been made about the serve of Gauff. That when things are going swimmingly, it's okay, but technically it does have its deficiencies. And when it comes under forensic scrutiny in the pressure moments, she has been known to serve a couple of double faults.
Go.
What do you make of it?
1 game on.
Would you tinker with it, given that she's only 16, or would you say it's good enough as it is?
Well, on the serve, I have quite a strong philosophy, and this is a good look at the serve. You can see there that for me, she's not reaching that 90-degree angle at the trophy position. The hand is outside that 90 degrees at about 120, 130. And for me, what that means is that you really don't truly know where your racket head is. However, if it's at 90 at that trophy position, then you just drop it down, then you have greater awareness. So for me, under pressure, that's where it breaks down.
Oh, she just right.
15 all.
And I want to get Brad's opinion on this as well. We, as coaches, we often bang on about technique as we see this rally come to its conclusion. I remember seeing a tweet the other day from Andy Roddick not so long ago. And Roddick said he thinks technique is overrated. He'd rather have somebody that was tougher under pressure mentally with poor technique than someone who's got great technique but between the ears. They don't have what it takes when the chips are down. So I thought that was a very interesting discussion.
Let for service.
And I'd like to get your thoughts on it, Brad, initially.
I mean, it's a little bit of what came first, the chicken or the egg. If you have great technique and you feel like your technique's never going to break down, I think that creates great confidence in what you're capable of doing as a player. That being said, historically, we've had some phenomenal players with less than great mechanics in certain areas. You know, you look back at Stefan Edberg, who had a less than great forehand. Jim Courier had a less than great backhand, and both became #1 in the world. So you can overcome those things with mental toughness. I think ideally I'd take someone with great technique and really tough mental toughness.
Now there's a surprise, Brad. Oh, if only. That's another good hold from Svitolina.
Love 15.
Well, talk about the movement again from Svitolina. She almost had no right to win that point. At one stage, she was 3.5 meters behind the baseline, just retrieving. And then Gauff probably not doing enough with that forehand volley. But Svitolina on point with the forehand pass.
What? 15-13.
It's a mature serve from Gauff, getting Svitolina pulled out wide. Often Svitolina, when she is pulled out wide on serve, will go to the slice chip forehand return.
Pratty, one of the things that's obvious down here is how Coco is trying to really stay up against the baseline, and Elina is often pushed back to the Melbourne sign or deeper. Unbelievable job on that last lob on defense, but then unable to execute on the next ball. But I think that that court position from each of them is something to keep an eye on as the match develops.
Game, go.
Good speed, 189 kilometers an hour out wide.
2 games over.
So he's got that well coordinated. He's nurturing it, isn't he? That thing is going nowhere. This battle well and truly joined after 4 games, 2 apiece.
$15 up. Out. 30 love.
Svitolina has improved her serve over time, getting more shoulder rotation. She used to be quite front on at contact, but still for me, up through contact, she's falling off to the left.
Nice feel.
40 love.
She's got out the lob wedge here, hasn't she? Good check. Indicative of good contact.
$40-15.
Team Gauff. In the middle there is her mother and father, behind Patrick Moratoglu.
Game Svitolina.
Right now, Coco Gauff is serving at 100% first serves in. 9 of 12, winning 75% of points. We've been talking about her second serve and that potentially being a liability under pressure, but if you can get your first serve in 100% of the time, not a problem.
Easy. Job done. Don't have to worry about that second thing.
$40 love.
And she's not slowing it down to get it in. That last serve, 192 kilometres an hour, setting up the short reply.
Do you think she'd be aware of the fact, if you asked her right now, that she's made every single first serve in this match?
I don't think she would be aware. I think she's just in a rhythm. She's in the zone.
Nice quick service games like that. Such great confidence builders. Motor through your service game, get the balls to the other side of the court, put the pressure right back on the shoulders of your opponent. This will be the last game with these balls.
$15 love. $30 love.
Well, it didn't miss by much, that return.
That's the Svitolina team. Front right, Andrew Bertels, long-time coach. Pretty comfortable with the same setup. Andrew's been around for a long time, as has her boyfriend, Gail Monfils.
Let's for service.
Speaking to Andrew, and they've been doing a lot of their training in Switzerland. Gail Monfils, he has a residence there. Normally, Svitolina has a base in London.
$40-15.
She's done it very well thus far.
40-30.
This is exactly what a player needs to do with a second serve that's in the slot. No hesitation, picks a target, well executed.
Game Svitolina.
Oh, wow. Thunderbolts of a backhand.
15-love.
Corey just leaned over to Candy there and said, that's the one I taught her.
It's been impressive serving from both players. There's only been one break point opportunity in this first set so far.
To this game. Sorry, what were you going to say, Brody?
Oh, it was way back in the first game. That was the first break point opportunity that Coco Gauff had. Well, if there's a time to do a double fault, it's when you're up 40-love on serve. Still, 2 game points for Coco Gauff to level this match at 4-all. We spoke about the movement of Svitolina, one of the best in the game. Coco Gauff, good wheels on that last forehand, pulled out wide from the return of serve from Svitolina.
Love 15. Let for service. 15-13.
Certainly some heavy hitting from Coco Gauff, moving Svitolina from side to side.
Those kind of rallies just wear out the legs and the lungs.
Out. 30.
I don't know about you, Brady, but I just love the emotional control that Svitolina has. She never gets too high, never gets too low. Just makes the right positive comments, gesticulations at precisely the right moment.
Game Svitolina.
Speaking of precisely the right moment. The old "thank you very much" return. I want to know how many
15.
majors Monica Seles won as a teenager. Brad, would you hazard a guess? One number?
I'm not even going to try, Robbie.
Okay.
Cannot come forward off that when you're playing the quality of Svitolina.
Love 30.
Approaching into this forehand side when Svitolina had balance. Yes, she's a long way behind the baseline, but that's too easy.
Just 2 points away now. Oh, that's a big time play. That wasn't an easy shot.
15-13.
That's the answer to the trivia question. Nicole Pratt went with 10. But the answer is 8. Won a total of 9 majors. Of course, her last one was here in Oz. That one has licked the line, just skidded a bit.
15-14.
The only thing that matters in sport is how you play under pressure. Svitolina has kept it watertight in this 10th game. 2 set points. That was pretty adventurous. Coco's done very well there to keep that below the heart of the net. So solid when it matters most.
Well, to start the opening second set, that was probably the longest rally of the match so far, 17 shots.
Guys, just a thought on what Nicole was commenting on about Svitolina being one of the best competitors on the women's tour. Two things. One, I thought it was interesting, Nicole, that you equated that to a sense of calm that you see in her all the time. And then secondly, as we got to that business end of the first set, you could see in her eyes, she just went into lockdown mode in that game. She was not going to give anything away at all. And she understands her opponent is someone who's willing to take some risk and be really aggressive. So she just said, I'm going to let you take some rips at it, and I'm going to get everything back in the court.
Yes, it's great off-the-ball movement, isn't it? Understands straight away what shot's going to come from the opponent.
So just like first game of the first set, Coco Gauff had one break opportunity, this time two. Let's see if she can convert early.
Oh, she's got to. I know Gauff has lost that point, Nicole, but once again, I really like the intent from the beginning.
No, I agree. The only thing that I don't think is working in the favour of Coco Gauff is on the deuce side, she steps to the right to try and hit a backhand. She prefers the backhand return, and she's out of court for the next shot.
Took a tumble there. So look what happens here.
Yes.
Oh, she just, tell you what, if she doesn't fall there, the ankle could have been severely damaged.
Yeah, Robbie, you're so right. I happened to be looking right at her as she went out to that play, and she did a phenomenal job as an athlete of just letting herself go with the fall.
Tremendous hitting from Svitolina.
Advantage,
Just so solid from the baseline. In the positive territory in regards to winners. 10 winners, 8 unforced errors.
Game, Svitolina.
Shaping it and working the three-quarter angle. So not the angle that's inside the service line. That's a tough ball to play when someone's striking the ball as well as Svitolina. But that three-quarter cross, so she can open up the court from there. Too many rallies for me, just up and down the middle.
So how do you, as the new coach now, you've been hired by Coco, how do you go about drilling that into her, selling it to her? Is it simply doing loads of it on the practice court? Or is it more just an awareness that you need to create in the player's mind?
I think when you're trying to add to your game, it's really important that you get the work done out on the practice court and chip away at it until you get to a point from a comfort where you have to play against certain players where you really do have to try and do something different. If your A game is not getting the job done, then you need to be able to introduce a little bit of variety, something a little bit different. Kind of that practice to develop and play to win.
Yeah, I like that mantra. I like it a lot. Practice to develop, play to win. Nicole Pratt.
One game on.
Guys, I love what you're saying up there. I would add one other thing, that I think that Coco has to recognize where Svitolina is most uncomfortable in the court, and I would say that is at the net, and use that space of the court a little bit more. Maybe some drop shots, some variety where she can draw Svitolina in a little bit on her own terms, rather than trying to hit through this brick wall that's just retrieving everything from the back of the court.
I like it a lot, Brad.
Love.
It's the first serve that sets up the easy put away. Svitolina serving at 70%, first serves in, and winning a very handy 86% of those points.
She started the set in the best possible manner, as you alluded to there, Praddy. And numbers pretty healthy for the match as well. She's won 82% of the points behind that first serve. Not the biggest, but oh so accurate. Once again, so good. 30-all points. If Gauff wants to win this, she's going to have to do something, you know, extraordinary. She's going to have to push the envelope and come up with a great play. That's what makes Elina so good. She's not going to lose to herself, is she?
Love 15.
I've been really impressed with Svitolina so far in this match. Start of the season wasn't great in terms of her standards, reaching the quarterfinals of Abu Dhabi and losing to Kurtimova. And then last week at the Gippsland's Trophy, she did lose to the eventual winner, Elise Mertens.
Thirty 15. 40-15. Game go.
Quality serving from Coco Gauff to even up the second
2
set.
games off.
She's winning the ace race, 5-3.
Just needs to find a way to break the serve of Svitolina.
Low.
That is precision ball striking.
Brad Stein had mentioned it before, somehow finding a way to get Svitolina to the net where she's uncomfortable. On that occasion, Svitolina came by choice. Much better backhand return, making Svitolina move. Not fast enough. Window has opened.
Third seal.
Guys, I'm so impressed with watching Elina Svitolina with her movement. She's so great at taking appropriate angles to each and every ball to create space for herself so that she can make a full swing on the balls. The only time she isn't able to do that is when Coco really lights a ball up through the court, forces her to have to pick something up earlier.
.30-40.
Only a fourth break point opportunity in this match so far. Coco Gauff, real chance here.
She played a bad point when it's mattered.
Been so tidy, controlled. And again, you can just see the balance through her shots and then closing on the volley. The emotion afterwards, she knows it's important. Positive.
Started this match,
Svitolina.
we highlighted Svitolina's record in finals, 18 finals she's played. She's won 15 of them. That's an unbelievable record. It's not like they've been easy matches either, so once again, testimony to the fact that she knows how to play the big points or the big occasions so very well.
Game Svitolina.
A rare error from the racket of Svitolina.
Love.
Ability just to let that ball slide off the strings. Such a good feel.
Even that last shot, Svitolina had a very good look at, unable to execute and make Gauff play the volley. But there was a backhand within that rally where Gauff was able to create some angle.
40-30.
Coco Gauff going to the towel, taking her time. Very wise. She thought she'd won the game with that first serve. Called out.
Advantage, go.
quality game. That's what's required if you want to live with Svitolina when she's in this kind of mood.
Just seems that the atmosphere has been raised down on Rod Laver Arena.
Pratty, you couldn't be more right. As Coco Gauff has raised her energy and her emotion, the crowd has raised theirs along with her. And you can definitely feel that they're pushing her, backing her a little bit right now. They want to see some more of this tennis that's going on out here, Ray.
Love 15.
Time and time again in this match, Svitolina has been coming up with the bombs.
And 24% of her serves have been unreturned in the match. That's where the scoring system in tennis is. It's beautiful and it's brutal, because you can play the best shot, the best rally, you still get 1 point for it. You make an unforced error like that, it's only 1 point. There's no bonus points in our sport for the good ones. There's no 3-pointers.
Definitely not. Also brutal in the sense that you can win more points than your opponent and still lose the match.
So true. And I often say, I don't know the person who invented the scoring system, if he was an absolute genius or the devil in disguise. Because when you think of it like that, it's crazy, isn't it, Brady? That's what makes it so beautiful and unique. Can't run the clock down. And you can't run that one down either.
40-30.
And you have to win the last point. Can't win it in the clubhouse. Can't wait for everybody else to lose. You've got to make that 3-footer. Cool as you like. No panic.
Love 15.
She's made it.
Well, just to win a point, Coco Gauff has to paint the lines. See this last forehand.
Coco got away with one there, you guys. That's twice she's had a very floating ball that she's overrun on the forehand side. And The previous one she missed wide, and that one she almost missed and let Svitolina back into the point.
Yeah. 30-15.
Well, you don't get too many of those in a match from Svitolina. But again, there's no negative body language after that miss. Next point. Is it the most powerful concept you can learn to develop in tennis? The ability to compartmentalize each and every point.
Definitely, if you're a player that can learn how to play in the present, not think about the past or the future, just stay in the moment.
$30-40.
Well, the way that Svitolina has been serving, you can certainly bank on the fact that this is almost a match point if Elina Svitolina can convert.
So first break point of the set. Tough as a $2 stake.
Svitolina leads.
Gives you absolutely nothing. One free point perhaps early on in the previous game, but that was it. It was back to lockdown mode, as Brad likes to say.
Robbie, what kind of wine do you recommend with a tough as $2 stake?
A lot. Not a fan of those ones. Just love the way she knows when to press and then knows when to defend. Her tennis IQ is so good. She is plugged into the mains tonight. Steely determination.
$30-15. 40-15.
For an hour and 16 minutes. This has been highly entertaining affair. Svitolina has been the better player, no question about it. She's got 2 match points. Svitolina punches her ticket into the 3rd round with a display of athletic all-court tennis. She was simply stunning from start to finish. She wins it in straight sets against Coco Gauff, 4-3.